Hey guys, what is up? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. So today I decided to tell you guys the story about how I got my dog. So as you guys know, I have a dog named Annie. She is a German Shepherd mixed with a miniature collie, and I love her. So the way I got my dog was not how I guess you could typically get your dog. Like, we didn't buy her at a shelter. My dad actually found her. So my dad was a truck driver, and he was in, I want to say Kentucky or Texas. I think he was in Kentucky. I'm not really sure. All I know is he was in a different state. He was in like a southern state, and he was at a Walmart. You can find anything at Walmart, I'm just saying. So he was in the parking lot and he was getting ready to leave, and he came back to his truck, and there was this dog that was like, he described it as like screaming. He said that she had like fleas running up her nose, and she just looked like she was terrified. So my dad tried to grab her, you know, to see what was going on with her, and she ran back into the woods. So my dad tried to follow her back, and he lost her and couldn't find her. So he went back into Walmart and he bought like a bunch of dog stuff. He said he spent like $100 on soap, food, a leash, like a towel and stuff for her. And then he came back out to like see if he could find her again. So she came back out and everything, and he like was trying to catch her, and she brought him to her mother, who was actually dead. And there was another dog that ran away too. He was able to catch her, but he couldn't catch her brother, unfortunately, and we don't really know what happened. He said he couldn't find her. So, but we didn't even know this was going on. So he gave her a bath, and he said he gave her like 3 or 4 flea baths before he put her in his truck. Like, he had to make sure she didn't have her fleas and everything like that. So a couple days later, he sent my sister, because my sister at the time had her first flip phone, and he sent her a picture of Annie to us. And I believe this is the picture that he sent. I could be wrong, I'm not really sure, but this was the first picture we had ever gotten of her, and we were just in love with her from the minute he sent us this picture. So we were not allowed to tell my mom that there was a dog, like that my dad had found this dog, because my mom did not want another dog. We already had our dog Maxine, who was a Rottweiler, and she just didn't want another dog. She was like, I do not want any more dogs, blah blah blah. And we had to kind of keep this a secret, because he just kind of wanted to show her, instead of like, yeah, I found this dog, and my mom would have been like, no. So all this stuff happened. My dad's truck broke down, and we ended up having to go to Indiana to go get him. Well, my sister and I knew about the dog, and she did not. So we were so anxious to get there. I remember pulling up to the hotel, and we ran up to his room and everything. We were knocking on the door trying to get him to wake up, because he wasn't waking up, and we heard her barking, and we just like, we're so excited. But like, we get in the room, and my mom sees this dog, and she was like, no. And we were like, come on Mom, let's keep her. So at the time, I had came up with her name. Her name wasn't Annie at the time, it was Selena. I came up with the name after the singer Selena, not Selena Gomez. If you are Puerto Rican, or if you know about Selena, you know who I'm talking about. I really wanted to bring her home, and my mom kept saying, no, we're not keeping her, all this stuff. And we put the dog in the car, and I kept taking her out of the cage, and I was like, this is my baby, like, I love her, please Mom. She was like, no. So finally we get back to my house, and I remember bringing her home, and my mom was like, no, she's not potty trained, there's a lot of work, you know, dogs are a lot of work. And we finally were like, please. And my mom still was saying no. So I remember Annie peed on the carpet, and my mom looked this dog in the face and was like, if you pee on my carpet one more time, you're going to the pound. She has never done it since that day. and we still have her. So this dog is a very spoiled dog. So that's really the story on how I got my dog. We found her and brought her home from a different state, and she has been the most spoiled little thing you could ever ask for. So yeah, this was a very, very short story time, and I know my videos have been a little short the last couple of days, but I have a lot going on right now, and I have a lot coming up too. I'm super excited. Tomorrow's video is going to be awesome. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we post videos every single day here. I love you guys, and I will be here tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. I want you to be alive. I want you to be alive.